Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week going so far? Folks, we are 9 days away from opening day. We are getting that much closer. There was a game earlier today between the Dodgers and the Cubs that took place in Japan. It's great to see baseball back. I didn't get to watch the game. I did see some of the highlights. I did see that the Dodgers won 4-1 against the Chicago Cubs. But Yankees opening day is 9 days away, folks, and I cannot wait. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. I see a few people in the chat. We got Jacob Petruzzi, Ken, Nosebleed Section, John the Beagle Dad, Dev Finch. What is going on? Thanks for tuning in. So Yankees played earlier just a little bit ago. The game ended in a 4-4 tie. Max Fried looked really good in today's game. Went 4 and a third, struck out 3, gave up a couple of hits. The bullpen didn't exactly hold it down. Although Razelman, who's one of their highly touted prospects for the New York Yankees, looks like he pitched a good inning. He struck out the side there, but for the most part, right? For Max Fried, I like what we're seeing. I was very excited when the Yankees signed him, and again, I was one of those people that kept saying, regardless of if they signed Soto or didn't sign Soto, they needed to add somebody to that rotation. Although speaking of the rotation, that is there are some question marks with the Yankees starting rotation. We're going to talk about it. Old Sarge, what's up, man? Another slow day on the Beltway? I got you, man. I got you. How's it going, Old Sarge? But, the rotation, some question marks. Are they, what is the rotation going to look like come opening day? How are they going to perform this first half of the season? I mean, April right out the gate, are they going to be able to hold it down in the month of April, right? Or are they going to be heavily reliable on the bullpen? I mean, these are some questions, right? I mean, if this rotation that they're going to have, depending on who makes it in the starting rotation, if they could hold it down and make the bullpen's life easy, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. But we'll just have to wait and see. Now, Clark Schmidt had he did have a bullpen session yesterday where he threw about 25 pitches. He said he felt good. There wasn't really any soreness, or he wasn't feeling hurt in his shoulder, so that's a good sign. He is supposed to have another live bullpen session on Thursday. So, like I said, he threw 25 pitches yesterday, and he said he reported no issues. With opening day 9 days away, we'll see what the Yankees do as far as his opening day status goes. And now, Carlos Rodon is going to be your opening day starter. Right, he's going to be your opening day starter, but is Clark Schmidt going to be able to pitch on April 3rd when they play against Arizona? That's the question. So there was a tweet here by Jack Curry saying regarding Schmidt being ready to be on opening day roster. Boone said on Yes that Schmidt could be ready, but he, quote, obviously wouldn't be built up with pitch count. Boone said they'll decide if it's more beneficial for Schmidt to stay in Florida and build up. So there might be a delayed start for Clark Schmidt as far as his debut goes for during the regular seasons. There's probably going to be a delay. I mean, based on that. So he hasn't really pitched much this spring training. I mean, he's been trying to get himself ramped up. He's been trying to get himself healthy. He's got that back. He had that back soreness, and now is this his shoulder that was bothering him. So, it sounds like his back is doing fine, but now it's just getting his shoulder right. If they could get his shoulder right, again, he might have to they might have to delay and come up with a different game plan. What that game plan is going to look like, we'll just have to wait and see. But right now, with this current rotation, I would say the starting rotation at this point now. I mean, we're talking Carlos Rodon, Max Fried, Marcus Stroman, Carlos Carrasco, and who's my number 4? Will Warren at this point, right? So that's probably going to be your starting 5, right? Come opening day. I mean, unless if something changes, that's going to be that's going to be that. That's going to be your starting thing, especially trying to ramp himself back up right now. And then, obviously Garrett Cole is out for the season. Luis Hill, he's not going to be coming back till June. So, the starting rotation is going to look a lot different than what we had anticipated. So, stay tuned, folks. The Yankees are, sooner rather, they're going to decide who's going to be in that starting rotation, who's going to make that 26-man roster. They have a lot of tough decisions coming up. Now, one thing is for sure, I think it's guaranteed that Ben Rice and JC Escarra, they're definitely going to make the opening day roster. We know the obvious names that are going to make the opening day roster, but who else, right? Who's going to be on the bench? Who are going to be your bench pieces? That's a question that I wonder about. And Marvin in the moment, thanks for tuning in. And another player that's hurt, Paul Goldschmidt. Right, he's another player that's hurt. He's been dealing with back soreness for the last few days. He did exit the game in yesterday's game, but based on what he said that there shouldn't be an issue with him as far as opening day goes. That he should be fine to play for opening day. But I hope that's true. And if it's back soreness, he probably needs to, stay off the field for a few days. Generally speaking, you can recover from it depending on, of course, the severity of that back of a stiff back. But it doesn't sound like it does. From what he said, it doesn't sound like it's anything major. So he should be back. Hopefully, he should be ready for opening day. But man, these next 9 days, though, I mean, you got to wonder. Are the Yankees going to be able to, sustain themselves as far as not having any more injuries on this team. I mean, as of right now, I would say the Yankees can't afford to have any more injuries. They're down again. They're down 2 starters right now, 2 big starters, 2 important starters. They're down a bat in Giancarlo Stanton, and I still say with Giancarlo Stanton, I don't think he plays this season. I really do not see Giancarlo Stanton playing this season. I don't see it. I know some fans may feel that he'll be back later in the season. I know he's been working out there in Tampa, but again with the tennis elbows, going for a 3rd round of PRP injections, and then now he's dealing with the soreness in his calf. I mean, I don't know. I generally speaking, I don't see him coming back. Like, I don't see him playing this season. I wouldn't be surprised if surgery is going to be required on his elbows at this point. I mean, his calf we already know has been an issue. So we know that's been a problem for him every season. One of the main reasons why he misses during the regular, but I see Stanton, but it still remains to be seen. And Dev, yeah, we're sorry about your grandmother, man. We'll send a prayer, send some positive thoughts your way, towards your friend's way. Sorry to hear that. And we got Ocean View Coffee Shop in the building. What's up? The Yankees are still better than the Red Sox. You know, the division just got more interesting, right? It just got more interesting with the Yankee injuries, and the Red Sox. They've made some upgrades to their rosters, so I feel like the AL East. Originally I'll say that I felt like it was going to come down to the Orioles and the Yankees this season. But the Orioles haven't done anything this season in terms of adding players to their team. So I don't know. And they're under a new ownership, and this new ownership was, supposed to go out, and we thought they were going to go out and spend and get all these players, make their team better. But they're not doing that, and they have some injuries of their own. The Red Sox, they're gonna be better this season. There's no doubt, right? I mean, they made a couple of additions to their pitching rotation. They added Alex Bregman to their team. I know there's some hiccups going on right now with Rafael Devers. I hear there's Rafael Devers is not really happy with how he's being handled, but I don't know what's going to happen there. But yeah, I feel like the AL East is going to come to the Red Sox in terms of like who finishes at the top of the thing. So it's going to be tough. The AL East is always tough, though. The AL East is always tough. I mean, there's no question about it. It's a very tough division to play in. I still say the Yankees could finish in first place. I did have them. Honestly, I had them winning 96 games this season, but that was when all the players were healthy, and that was when, who I thought what I thought the roster was going to look like prior to all these injuries. But if I had to predict now, I think I'm going to give the Yankees 94 wins. Personally, I think they're going to end up with 94 wins, just like they did in 2024. Maybe I say 95 at best. But I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to give them 94, and maybe I'm being highly optimistic. I'm sure some people will doubt me on this. Will disagree with me on this, and that's fine. Folks can disagree with me. But I could see 95. Nosebleed's saying 92. Hey, Nosebleed, you might be right, man. It might be 92. And yo, Max Coverage, what up? Max Coverage, how's it going, man? How's life treating you? What's going on in Max's world? Max Coverage TV, what's up, man? What's up? Who on earth would disagree with me? I mean, a lot of people would disagree with me, man. It happens. We're all going to have differing opinions here. There's a way to disagree with you, so that's always a given. You read on WFAN show someone said 82 and 80 in fourth place. WFAN, I don't think they know what they're talking about. What's up, Stephen B? How's it going? Max is saying life's treating him like I made someone mad. It's kicking your arse. Oh, man. What happened, dude? What's going on? Yeah, it's probably a Mets fan that's probably saying that. Yeah, no doubt, dude. No doubt. More than likely. What's up, Jonathan? Good to see you. Guys, keep smashing that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share this channel out, folks. I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean the world to me. So let's continue. Let's continue making that happen. So yeah. So I'm hoping. What up, Marshall? How's it going? Good to see you, bro. I'm hoping we don't hear about any more injuries to this team. I really do. If it's like general soreness and stuff like that, I mean, I'm cool, but at the same time, it's just not fun to it's not fun to think about. It's not fun to think about, So, Max, nah, Susan, you're good. You're good. You're not late. You're good. Just a busy day, man. Just left the dentist. All right, man. Yeah. So finally home. Yeah, go ahead, go relax, bro. You need it. It's my first. Yeah, it's like my first day going live in a few days. Just needed to recharge the batteries. Although I didn't really get much sleep last night, but shoot, I might have to lay down for a little bit after I am done doing this live here. 81 and 81. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, look, it's all predictions, right? I mean, I know a lot of folks went off of the Picada standings from last year. So, when you looked at the Picada standings or the predictions, should I say? I think they had the Yankees finishing like third place, and they had the Orioles finishing at the top of the division, which is understandable. Orioles finishing at the top of the division, but I had I was confident that the Yankees were going to finish at first place last season, and I feel like they can do it this season too, despite some of the injuries that they're going through. But they're going to have to overcome some adversity as well. Yeah, Max, for sure, man. Yeah, we got to get all the rest we can get, right? I mean, I know some of us have full-time jobs too, and we got to go out, get paid, make money, pay bills, and do this on top of everything. So yeah, it ain't easy, man. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I know we definitely love doing it. You're not the energized bunny. You can't keep going forever. Rest is forever. Yeah, for real. Yo, Andrew Dang, what's up, man? Yeah, I know Jason was running his stream. I started my stream about 20 minutes ago, so I know he was still doing his, but I definitely tuned in. So shout out to Jason. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But how's everybody doing though? How's everybody doing today? Let me know what's up. As far as I'm curious now, I know we talked about the injuries. Now I'm curious though. There's a lot of players right now that are performing very well this spring training, right? Again, I know I mentioned earlier that the obvious names are going to make the opening day roster, but who is going to be on the bench? Now, again, I already mentioned JC Escarra, Ben Rice. I mean, those guys are going to be on the bench. Ben Rice is probably going to be, your DH. JC Escarra is going to be your backup catcher. So, really the Yankees, essentially they have three catchers on their bench because, Ben Rice can also catch too. He's going to back up Paul Goldschmidt. So, Goldschmidt could also play DH. Escarra can also play DH. You might see balls there. I think that DH spot is going to be a revolving door, especially with Giancarlo Stanton not being available for opening day. So, but I wanted to get your thoughts though on the bench. I mean, again, we know Escarra, we know Ben Rice. Who are the other guys that are going to make the 26-man roster? As far as the bench goes. I can't see where I can't see where a guy like Oswaldo Cabrera doesn't make it. I can't see it. I mean, I think he's one guy that is going to make the roster. He might be your, you know what, at this point I would say he is probably going to be your third. He's probably going to be your third baseman on opening day. That's what I think. Although I was really wishing would do well this spring training. Although he's had some bright spots, Peraza, but like Jason was saying on his stream, I could see a scenario where Peraza does get traded. He is out of options, so the Yankees could start making some moves. Either this week, next week, right? I mean, spring training slowly winding down, regular season coming up. So, Peraza is a guy that could get traded. So I feel like it's inevitable, right? Oh, we got Mr. Instigator in the building. What's up, Mr. Instigator? Good to see you, man. How's life treating you? You don't think Ben Rice makes the team? You think he's going to be in a trade package? It's funny, Ken. I remember a year ago I was wondering if Ben Rice could be used in a trade package. I was wondering if that was a possibility, but at the same time, I was wondering if the Yankees would keep him, and because the fact that he is a catcher, he could play first base, he has some versatility. His bat is not too bad. He's looked good this spring. He could be part of a trade package. Yorbit Vivas, man, if he makes the team, if he's your starting baseman, that would be awesome. That would be it would give a young guy to play on this team. So the Yankees are going to have a few young guys, some new names playing on this team. So I wouldn't mind seeing Yorbit Vivas. He's looked good this spring, no doubt. I like what I'm seeing from him. What's up, SGA? How's it going? And Chia, the Ace Avenue's in the building. What's up, Ace? How's it going, bro? Hopefully you had a good night last night, man. Everything turned out good for you on St. Patrick's Day. Dom Smith. Somebody said Dom. Oh yeah, Susan said Dom Smith. Yeah, I mean he's been making a case in this spring training. He's looked good. Do I think that he could make the right? It's possible for sure. I don't know what. I wish I was in the same room as Aaron Boone and the rest of the guys that are the rest of the decision makers to decide who is going to make the opening day roster. But I think they have. I think they're. I know they're going to have a tough time, no doubt. Oh, stuck in traffic. Uh-oh, that's not good. I wouldn't want to be the one making a decision on who to leave off. I'm right there with you, Susan. I'm right there with you. I don't get paid to do that. So hey, if they paid me, then it'd be a different story. But they don't pay me enough to do that. So Ken saying the kid has played his heart out in spring training. I think that Vivas has punched his major league ticket. You know what, Ken? I hope you're right, man. I really do. I would love to see. I'd love to see Vivas get his shot. I remember. If you remember last season, they called him up, but they never played him. He just rode the bench opportunity now. So let's hope so, right? Let's hope he does get his opportunity. But in infield with you know, with Vivas, Volpe, Jazz Chisholm, Paul Goldschmidt, that would be pretty solid right there. And then you have Wells at behind the dish. He would be your starter. Your outfield as of right now, it's Dominguez, Bellinger, Judge. Your DH is who's your DH? Yeah, your DH would be Ben Rice as of right now, right? Unless they decide to trade him. So it could be Ben Rice. I mean, Escara again. He could be another one. Another bench. He could be another guy who plays DH. So I don't know. Yankees have a lot of options. I mean, they have so many options. I mean, again, I think the bats from their bats are in a better spot now than they were a year ago. I think they have a lot of bats that they can rely on and that can do well in those in situational hitting, which they've shown that this spring training. So I'm hoping that translates into the regular season too. So hey, Cold Italian Pizza, how you doing? What's up, Cold Italian Pizza? What's happening, man? What's up, Ronald? How's it going? Yeah, Dom Smith hurt himself today at first base. Oh boy, here I was talking about, let's avoid any more injuries. I'm not saying he's hurt, but let's hope he's not. But MLB the show, yeah, let's see it there, Ace. What do you got, bro? He says Wells, Judge, Belly, Goldie, Jazz, Dominguez, Volpe, Rice, Cabrera. I mean, I know it's MLB the show, but that could very well be the opening lineup, man. Oh, the error in the field. Got it. Okay. That could very well be it. Yeah, I don't. Some people may disagree, but I don't mind. I don't mind Judge batting second. I really don't. Because a few weeks ago, one of the spring training games I was watching, they came up with this stat, and they say that the hitters who bat second see the most pitches. So I think having your best bat see the most pitches, I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. I think Judson would be bad, and then have Cody Bellinger right behind him. I mean, that could be a scary 2-3 right there. And if Goldie could hit, which he has been, I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. This lineup, not bad. It's pretty decent. So that was your opening day lineup, but I trade for Kyle Tucker. Yeah. I mean, in a way, I'm kind of happy the Yankees didn't trade for Kyle Tucker just because, it kind of brings back nightmares of having a 1-year rental in a player. And, I'd rather, I don't want to go through that again personally, but that's just me. Yeah, Ken did an awesome job. Good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, unfortunately, I was, the game was super early, so I had some other things to do. But yeah, I have no doubt that Ken called a good game. So I have no doubt about that. Yeah, I know Don number one. And Razil is in the building. He says, smash that like for NFE. Let's go, Yankees. That's right. That's right, folks. Make sure you all smash that like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out, hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat with this channel, with the Strike Zone. I would greatly appreciate it. And make sure you all subscribe to all the content creators, right? The Ace Avenue, Max, Jason, Pinstripe Chronicles, Ken, make sure you guys are all subscribed to their channels too. They do a really good job. So, and let's continue growing their channels out as well. So, yeah, but it's different. Easy to extend it. Oh man, I take it you're probably going to come up with 15 different trade proposals now, Ace. I'll be waiting for those trade proposals. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But again, I wanted to ask you all though, if you guys wanted to answer the question as far as the bench goes, who do you think is going to ride the bench? So again, we know Escara as of right now, Ben Rice. Who are the other guys that are going to be riding the bench? Do we think Dom Smith makes it? Do we think Dom Smith makes the roster on opening day? I can't I know I know when Jason went live, I know he was talking about we brought up I brought up Oswaldo Cabrera, and he thinks Oswaldo Cabrera could not. Personally, I don't see it, just because he is a guy that can play all over the. He could play all over the infield. He could play the outfield. He's a versatile player. Oh yeah, I forgot about Grisham. Yeah, Grisham is another guy, right? Grisham and Dom Smith. So Grisham, Dom Smith, Ben Rice, JC Escara. That's who we got. Is that Grish, Dom Smith, Escara, Ben Rice? Grisham, Escara, Rice, and one more. Who's that one more? Nosebleed. Who do you think that one more is? Is it that one more? Is it Cabrera? Peraza? Although I don't know, my yeah, Pablo Reyes. Yeah, Pablo Reyes. He's looked pretty decent this spring, but for some reason I don't see him making it though. And I could be wrong. Either Waldo or Peraza. If it comes down to Waldo or Peraza, like if it goes Grisham, Escara, Rice, and you're saying one more, honestly, I see the Yankees giving it to Waldo. I really do. Grisham is good defensively, but if Smith makes it, I don't think Grisham will. This is true. This is true. So, I mean, at that point, if Smith makes it and Grisham doesn't, then they got to trade Grisham then, right? I mean, they would have to trade him in a package, I would assume. What's up, Mr. Coconuts? Munguia been balling too? Yeah, Munguia's been killing it as well, man. Ismael Munguia? Yes, sir. Do I think he makes the roster, though? Honestly, I don't see it. But he has been killing it. Like, again, this goes back to, Yankees having some tough decisions as far as, who's going to crack the opening day roster. Peraza, Smith, JC, and Grish. Those are your four that are riding the bench. Okay. And Susan's feeling that Peraza will be part of a trade. At this point, I am afraid you're right. I'm afraid you're right. He might be part of a package. Pains me to say that, but you're more than likely right on that. Yeah, Raziel, I'm right there with you. Yeah, Vivas, Mungia, Escara, Dom Smith, Ben Rice, all going off. It's gonna be a tough decision for sure, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a very hard decision. You know, Ken mentioned this, right, and I said this, right. Ken said that he could see Ben Rice being part of a trade package. Last season, a year ago, I was saying that Ben Rice could be part of a trade package, but then I felt like the Yankees valued him. What do you think, Max? You think Ben Rice and everybody else in the chat answer this question? You think Ben Rice could be part of a trade package potentially? Boone should ask Joe Torre, how did you manage your roster with all the players he had in his 90s and players did not ride on bench? Well, yeah, I'm sure he's with Joe Torre's presence there, Frank. I'm sure he's getting all the advice he could possibly get from from Joe Torre. Hopefully he is. So, you know, just kind of like Andy Pettit being present and him working with Max Fried. I hope Max Fried is absorbing everything number 46 is telling him. So, and a lefty, I mean, a great lefty helping out another great lefty. Love to see it. Yeah, all lefty bats. Need a righty bat. Yeah, I mean they are. I mean, a few days ago they were taught. They did make a mention of the Yankees potentially looking into um looking into adding another bat, a righty bat, preferably. So, no, I mean, the only name that's been mentioned that was like a couple of weeks ago was JD Martinez, but highly doubtful that happens. And speaking of bats, just so I'm sure, I don't know if you all heard, but Alex Verdugo, no, I'm not saying the Yankees should bring him back. He's still out there. Apparently, no team has made an offer to him. So, kind of sad in a way. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, look, I could see a scenario where Rice is part of a trade package, but I think the Yankees really like him. I think he makes the team. Yeah, yeah, they hate Peraza. I don't know about hating Peraza. I just felt like they didn't utilize him the correct way either. With the sending him up, sending him back down. But he's also dealt with some injuries too. There is that with Peraza. I mean, again, I'm not making excuses, but Rice can DH back up first, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like the Yankees really value him because he's got all that versatility. So essentially, having him and Escara, you have two catchers on the bench, three catchers on the 26 man. So it's not a bad option to have Ben Rice. I like Ben Rice. Oh, you're saying the Yankees only appreciate their old players? Understood. I like Ben Rice, man. But again, I think a lot of these young guys are going to get their opportunities. So, well, we saw his pickoff move today there, Stephen B. Like Sean Browning picks up. I saw that highlight of that pickoff move. That was filthy. Like that was nice. Like he picked off the Red Sox the runner. Uh, that was a nice play. He picked him off nicely. That was great. That was great. So yeah, I mean Boone didn't rule out having three catchers on the roster. I mean Boone's not ruling out a lot of things. I mean he's not going to say he's not going to say who right now, like who's master. We just don't know. The rest of the names that are going to make it. I mean, we've been talking about the starting. We talked about the starting rotation and the bats. We haven't even talked about the bullpen yet. The bullpen is going to be interesting too. Like who makes the bullpen? I noticed NFE, no matter who makes the roster, people are going to be 100%, Max. I mean, you already know, bro. Whoever makes the roster, they're going to be mad. They're going to say they should fire Aaron Boone, fire Brian Cashman. They don't know what they're doing. Just get rid of these guys. Yankees suck. Their season's a wash. The season hasn't even started yet. So their season's a complete wash. But yeah, no matter what decision the Yankees make, I mean, yeah, there's some fans that are going to be happy with it. There are other fans that are going to complain about it. But, yeah, Matt he's sneaky. He is sneaky. That was a sneaky pickoff move. Frank's saying in the end, doesn't matter what Boone says about roster. It's Cashman, his analytics minions. I mean, well, the analytics is that Cashman's involved. Analytics is definitely going to be involved. That's inevitable. But Boone and the coaching staff. I mean, those guys. I mean, it's a collective decision. The thing with Boone and and the roster and how the team is constructed or how the team is ran. I mean, during the regular season, yeah, they do heavily rely. They do rely on a lot of the analytics. So, but in terms of this roster, yeah, I mean, Boone's going to be. I mean, Boone has a say. I mean, after all, he is the manager, but there's other people that are going to, that are part of the decision making as well. But ultimately, it's going to come down to how Aaron Boone feels. So. Dom Smith has had a great spring, but he has been there before. Yeah, Dom Smith has looked good. But does he's the big question mark for me. Does he make the roster? He's a big question mark for me. I mean, he's deserving. Does he make it though? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, just like, Susan, just like, when they decide to, when they made the decision about Carlos Rodon being the opening day starter, I'm sure there are some fans out there that are upset that he went with Carlos Rodon instead of Max Fried, right? I mean, just they're making some fans will make a big deal just to make a big deal. I personally don't think it's a big deal. I think it only makes sense. Pitchers are creatures of habit, and you don't want to mess with their routine. So I'm fine with Rodon getting the opening day nod, and I think he'll pitch well. I think he'll do fine on opening day against the Milwaukee Brewers, which is 9 days away, people. Yeah, exactly. And I said it right. You didn't want to, pitchers are creatures of habit, so you don't want to mess with their routine too much. So, yeah, I agree. Rodon's going to be fine. I think Braun is going to be okay for opening day. I have no issues with it. Rodon is not as predictable as he was in the past. In what way, Susan? In his pitches, or just predictable? Like, this guy's going to give up a home run. I mean, yes, he does give up a lot of home runs. I think last season he gave up 31 home runs. But I'm sure he's not going out there saying, you know what, I think I'm gonna go out there and give up a home run today. Why not? Because that's just what I just want my team to be falling behind and lose. But obviously I'm being sarcastic here, but um, he does need to cut down on giving up the long ball, no doubt. But he's been working some of his secondary pitches. He's not totally relying on the fastball. I like what he's doing. I like what he's working on this spring. So let's see if he can improve on his wins and losses this season. He went 16-8 last season, so let's see if he can add some wins and cut down on the losses. Susan's saying, no, it's almost that you can telegraph what kind of pitch he will throw. I get it. I get it. I mean, what, Sunil? I don't know what you're saying, Sunil. Hi, Sunil. How are you? I got the internet for the year 3000, Sunil. Oh man. Yeah, exactly. I can't hear him either, Stephen B. I can't hear him either. But the bullpen, folks, we got to talk about the bullpen. So great. There's some good news about the bullpen. Jay Cousins, who was hurt, he was throwing from 90 feet. He's looks like he's starting to come around. What's going to happen with the bullpen? That's a question. So we already know Devin Williams, right? We already know he's going to be our closer. We know Luke Weaver is going to be in there. We know, Jay Cousins, if everything goes according to plan, he should be part of it. Not sure of the status of Ian Hamilton. I know he had an infection. Is he on the opening day roster? I know Mark Leiter Jr. He has he had some back issues. So is he going to be ready? Who else? Fernando Cruz. I know the Yankees got Fernando Cruz. I was excited when the Yankees traded for him. He looked good. In the videos that I saw of him, like in the highlights, but this spring training hasn't been totally impressive. Maybe, hopefully it's just him like trying to work out the kinks, or, just working on whatever, Matt Blake is working on with him. Tim Hill for sure is going to make it. Yeah, I do like Tim Hill. He's definitely going to make it. Yoandris Gomez, cold Italian pizza. He's got to make the roster, man. He's got to make the roster. I am right there with you. He's looked good this spring. I liked how he's pitched this spring. I don't think he's given up any runs. I think he struck out like 9 batters so far. I'm gonna look this up right now. Yeah, Yoandris Gomez. Let's see. What has he done? And he's out of options too, mind you. So, he's got to be a guy that, he makes the roster or he gets traded or DFA'd, because the Yankees don't have any options. But yeah, so he had 7 strikeouts, hasn't given up any runs. He's got a 0 ERA, and he's got a .56 WHIP. So, those are good numbers. 9 innings pitched, hasn't given up any runs. ERA at 0. I'll take that. I will definitely take that. Yeah, Yoandry Gomez is a guy that that definitely needs to make the roster. So definitely deserving of it. But like I said, he just like Peraza, he is out of options. So the Yankees either need to have him on the roster or they trade him or DFA him, which would be sad to see. You know. Old Sarge says Mark Leiter's health issues can go keep Verdugo's allergies company. Addition by subtraction. Oh man, I I like Mark Leiter. I know it was kind of a rough go when they traded for him, but he looked good in the postseason. I think he'll be fine for this season. Again, I don't know what the severity of his injury is, but hopefully he's ready. Winans, yeah, Winans he's looked really good. He's another name. Brewer, he's another guy that could potentially make the roster. Colton Brewer, I believe his first name is Colton, but pull up their roster here. Just look at the pitchers. So you have Clayton Beater, but I don't know if he makes the opening day roster. He's still hurt. JT Brubaker, you could forget about. He's got cracked ribs, so it's going to be a little while till he gets back. There's also Yari de los Santos. He's another name. Scott Efros, he's hurt, but the guy's always hurt. He can never stay healthy to save his life. Ian Hamilton. We had an infection. Oh yeah, Jonathan Loaisiga. He'll be back around April, May. Yeah, Brewer was not that good today. Yeah, I'm not totally sold on him. I'm saying he it's a possibility, but Loaisiga though, he'll make it. So you got Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, Jonathan Loaisiga, Tim Hill, Yoandry Gomez. That's 5 right there. Jake Cousins is 6. Sean Boyle. Yeah, he's. You know what? That's another name. That's another name. This is what I like about what the Yankees do when it comes to pitching. When these guys go out and get pitching, I mean they really go out and get pitching. They do a good job with getting good, whether it's starting pitching or the bullpen. Especially the bullpen. They always do a fantastic job with the bullpen. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, right now though, the most important thing is for the Yankees to not have any more injuries. There's 9 days left till opening day, so for the Yankees, so let's hope that they don't have any other. That they start the season healthy, and hopefully they can get off to a good start in April. And have a good May, right? In May, the month of May is going to be really telling, right? We'll see what this team is like, and then once June comes around, hopefully they'll have Luis Hill back, right? So it's gonna be a long road like it is every year, but this season is really going to be telling of what this the 2025 Yankees are going to look like. I don't think I still say that I have seen I lost. Some fans may certainly feel that way, but yeah, 23 likes, cool. Thank you, Jonathan. Wonder if any teams are asking for Rizzo. So I think teams have talked with Rizzo, but the deal that he's looking for, teams don't want to offer him. So I don't know what kind of deals the teams have offered him and what he's looking for. It doesn't sound like they're seeing eye to eye. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know Rizzo's a free agent. I know that, Jonathan. But again, teams. I think he's talked with some teams. I don't know what teams he's talked to. I guess he's looking for He's looking for whatever deals were given to him. He wasn't liking. I think there's a deal that he's looking for, but he's not getting the deal that he's looking for. Maybe he'll stay home for a while. Yeah, maybe he might. He might. I personally, what I think with Anthony Rizzo, I think it's just time for him to retire. Oh, he'll be a dad. Oh, he'll be a dad in a couple months. That's right. Rizzo wants $10 million a season. Yeah, hard pass on that, Brad. I could see why teams don't want to sign him for that. Not for $10 million. He's definitely. I don't think. I mean, it's no disrespect to Rizzo. I like Anthony Rizzo, but $10 million. If he's looking for $10 million a season, no team is going to give him that. Susan, many of us think that Rizzo would be a great coach, whether it's for the Yankees or any other team. But I'm hoping the Yankees have him as a coach one day in the future. Sunil, stop it. Just stop. Just stop. Brad's gonna come after you now. Awaiting splashdown. What do you mean, Sean? Possibly the Cubs. Yeah, I mean he spent the good majority of his career with the Cubs, so I mean I could see him being a coach for the Cubs. Maybe he, if maybe he did spend the majority of his time there, so Rizzo for manager. Again, maybe I would get Rizzo as a hitting coach personally. That's what I would do with it for Anthony Rizzo. That's what I would do for Anthony Rizzo. I think he'd be a good hitting coach. So, your honest opinion, you'd replace Osman with Rizzo for bench coach? That's fair. I honestly, like I said, I would rather have him as a hitting coach. But I don't think he would be a bad bench coach either, though. But he's got the personality and he definitely fits the mold of being a coach. I wouldn't put him as a manager, though, personally. But yeah, as a whether it's bench or I'd be okay with either one of those. Rather have a former coach than a former player to replace manager. 'Cause, 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 'cause All right, Brad. All right, be cool, guys. See, this is what happens, right? Folks joke around, they make jokes, and then they kind of go back and forth. Somebody gets mad. Let's chill. Rizzo replaces Rojas as a third base coach. Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, John, you're right. Just because somebody an athlete was a good player, right? A person was a good player, doesn't always mean that they're going to be a good manager, right? It's just being a manager of a team. It's not easy being a coach of a team. It's not easy. It's not easy when you're on the other side of that. It's definitely not easy, right? I mean, when I was doing my coaching gig, when I was taught, right, like, yeah, I knew what I was doing. I know how to do the moves and whatnot. But when I coach other students, I remember when I first started coaching, I'm like, oh wait, I gotta really start to break things down, really sit down with them, really work out the mechanics with these guys and gals, right? And really break everything down, just very attention to detail. So when I was doing my coaching gig, it's not easy. It's not easy. You gotta be very articulate, and you have to. And the other thing too is not all your students are going to be the same. All right, Brad, Sunil, enough. Chill. Seriously. Osmus is looking to be a manager again for sure. Yeah, I'm sure he wants to get back into a managerial role at some point. I don't think he'll be the bench coach forever. Um, is there a scenario where I could see Osmus being the Yankees manager? No, I don't. I don't see it. I don't know if it's something I don't know if it's something I want. Then again, after if let's say if Boone's days are over as a manager in the future, that is, who replaces him? You know, this is why I defer judgment on who should be the coach because I just don't know who would be good. Right. I mean, again, my take on Boone, for a guy who's never managed a team, he's done a good job. I mean, I know his season resume never wet. I get that. It's frustrating, but he's done pretty good despite whatever teams were giving him. Yeah, I mean well, the Yankees in a platoon, and that's 100% fact. The players love Boone. They do love Aaron Boone. Oh, it's okay. The choppiness is periodically lower for sure. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to. I have the volume up on my phone too, on because I got the live stream on my phone just to see. It's not there as much as it was. I'm right there with you. So now if it's still a thing, I'm definitely gonna call Comcast and figure out what's going on. But Michael K. Yeah, Alex Cora said, yeah, he did say that he thinks Aaron Boone is a great manager. No, I appreciate it, Sunil. I got you, dude. I appreciate you. Nah, but I mean, if Cora himself is a good, he's a good manager. I mean, he is. Honestly, I know some people may disagree with this, but I wouldn't have minded him being the Yankees manager. But he's going to be in Boston for a while though, so um, him so there's no doubt about that. But yeah, folks. But that's what we got though. That's what we got. 9 days left till opening day, people. Let's see if let's hope the Yankees don't sustain any more injuries. Let's hope the guys that are making their comeback are going to be coming back, and let's hope that things turn out good. Turn out good for opening day. I cannot wait for opening day. I am looking forward to opening day. You better believe there's going to be a pregame. I will be doing a play-by-play on that day too. So make sure you all tune into the pregame. All right, because I am doing giveaways. I am doing duck races. So I have 6 baseball cards that I am going to give out. So that I'm going to give it out as prizes. So hopefully you all are there for the pregame, and I'm going to be doing some duck races. So I won't say what 6 baseball cards they are, but you'll find out. And if you're watching this on the rerun, make sure you all tune in on March 27th, because I'm doing some duck races, and there's gonna be some giveaways, baseball card giveaways. So stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. But I'm gonna end the stream right here. Thank you all again for tuning in. I appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Let's share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your evening.